Zero viewers in the house. That's how we fucking roll. Just like this stupid shit team with this stupid shit performance. Absolute garbage from Liverpool Football Club. First of all, sunglasses. It's weird, right? I know you can see the reflection. But the reason why I'm wearing sunglasses is because I drank the copium, right? I drank the forbidden juice that everyone else in this fan base was drinking through the first 7 games of this season. I allowed my inner zen to be disrupted by positive thinkers within this football club, within this football community. So now I got to keep these sunglasses on because I got to block out all these positive little cucks ruining what I'm seeing with my own eyes. I'm no longer going to sit here and buy into narratives. I'm no longer going to buy into agendas. I'm going to believe what I see. And what I see is garbage. What I see is anti-football. What I see is the antithesis of what made us the Premier League champions. You can call it reactionary. You can call it dramatic. You can call it being negative. I don't really care. What I care about is that I've lost the last 2 games. What I care about is that I have looked progressively worse every single game that I have played this season. What I care about is that I spent $500 million this summer for what seems to be to get worse. None of it makes any sense. And almost all of it culminates with one man, and that's Arne Slot. Because he's putting these players in a position to fail time and time again. You can get mad at Florian Wirtz. You can talk shit. 007, 008, 00 whatever. I don't see how that dude scores or assists anytime soon. I mean, he missed an absolute sitter against Crystal Palace, and Connor Bradley missed an absolute sitter today. Mohamed Salah missed a sitter against Atletico Madrid. Whatever this guy does, it's not leading to GA. It is what it is. It's all good. But to me, the bigger problem is not the fact that Florian Wirtz is not producing. It's the fact that he's being put in positions to not produce. He's not being put in a position to succeed at this football club. You're asking him to pick up the ball behind Mamardashvili and start the attack in the 86th minute. How the fuck is he supposed to do that? Is he supposed to just act like this is FC 26 and just R1 dribble all the way through all the fucking defenders and put it in the back of the net by himself? No. So what do? You know what? Let's stick him on the left wing. Maybe he'll find some space out there. Sure. Kirkes doesn't overlap for fucking shit. He's not going to do anything there. You know what? Let's put him in the 10, but let's make sure that no one else around him is moving. Let's have him sit in the 10 by himself next to a bunch of stone-footed fucking morons, and maybe that'll turn into a G8. No. Everything at this football club right now cannot be viewed in an individual scope. There are players who are making mistakes. There are players who are missing chances, but you have to ask yourself, why are they making mistakes and why are they missing chances? And that comes down to the manager. It comes down to how we play the game. It's that simple. When you move the ball slow, complacent, lethargic, when no one around you is moving to create an option to drop into space, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to create unless someone has an individual moment of brilliance, which we have seen this season many times. Everton, that's 2 individual moments of brilliance from one player. Bournemouth. Fuck, I can't even think of how we scored against Bournemouth. But Federico Chiesa's winner, that's an individual moment of brilliance. That's a world-class strike after we threw away the fucking game. Slot does get a 0. You are correct. Slot gets a negative. In fact, Slot gets a negative 950 over the last 2 games. If I could quantify the largest number known to man, that's how I would describe Slot over the last 2 games, but in the negative form, not the positive form. Slot is setting us up to fail time and time again because of how we are playing. There is not a single team on the face of the earth who can move the ball at the pace that we move it in possession and create opportunities. It just doesn't happen. It's never going to happen. There is no player that you can place into this starting 11 to make that happen. There is no substitution. There is no counter. There's no guy that I can grab on the bench and say, you're starting next week, and it works. It isn't going to happen. Get that stupid idea out of your head. The fact is, the way that we play football is really simple. You know what? I'm just going to show you. This is the way that Liverpool right now play football. I call it the giant pussy formation because it looks like a giant pussy. You see, you have one lip and you have two lip, and you have a giant gaping hole in the middle. This is the vagina formation. This is what Arne Slot has been playing so far. So you'll notice we'll start the ball at the beginning of the game on the halfway line, like all games start, and then we'll kick it back, and it'll go to Virgil. And then Virgil will say, hey, doink, I'm just going to kick it all the way over here, give you guys possession. Okay. And then we revert to tight. So then all these guys are going to come back here, and then we're going to create another little pussy formation right here in our own half. And then we'll pick it up, right? Then the ball will go out to Frimpong or Szoboszlai or Bradley. I don't even know who our right back is at the moment. He'll get it here. He'll find whoever's on the right wing. He'll move up here, and then he'll say, you know what? I'm going to go back. Okay. Now the ball's back here. What do we do from here? You would think, logically speaking, that if he has the ball and he just passed it back, someone would drop in to create a triangle to then get it back to him, to then get it back to him, right? No. Wrong. You have to think anti-football. You have to think the opposite of logic. The next move here, listen, this is the key. The next move is to pass it back. And then the next move after that, wait for it, pass it back again. I know it's mind-blowing, right? But this is how you play PSG football. You pass it back until the goalie has the ball. And then the goalie just passes it here. And then he passes it here. And then this guy realizes, oh, wait, back to you. Because if the ball is in front of our goal with our own guys, they can't score because we have possession. Also, we can't get injured because we're not overexerting ourselves, right? If Mamardashvili or Allison has the ball, no one can get hurt because no one's running. And if no one's running, no one can get injured. And if no one gets injured, then the squad remains large. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch Arne Slot's post-game presser, talking about 25-man to 16-man. The dude's losing his fucking mind. He talked about how the ball wasn't in play enough in the second half. Habibi, we weren't fucking playing in the second half. But regardless, this is Liverpool football, the vagina formation. And the issue that we have now is that you're asking Wirtz to drop all the way back here to receive the ball so that he can carry it by himself all the way up here just to do, wait for it, you got it, pass it right back. Look at how we played from the 80th minute onward. We spent 90% of the time jerking ourselves off in this own half. The only success that we had this game was through transition play, where Ekitike found himself right here and decided not to pull the trigger, not to shoot. Ekitike not pointing fingers, but get the fucking shot off, bro. And the only other part that we found success was Jeremy Frimpong. When we were able to get him the ball and he was able to take his man on one-on-one and get to the byline and play crosses, albeit half of them hit the first man, doesn't matter. It's the only guy on the pitch who looked like he was trying to get the ball into a dangerous position on a consistent basis. That's it. That was our attack. It's either Jeremy Frimpong gets the ball or we're going to fucking jerk off back here. This is how we spent that whole game. And then people are going to sit here and people are going to complain about this pass that Konate made right here. Why did Konate have to make this pass that then led to Allison getting injured after the Victor Osimhen one-on-one? Well, Konate had to make this pass because we tried to move the ball up this channel, and then we realized, oh, wait, the ball's in the other half. We have to get it back. We have to get it back to Allison. How could we ever have the ball here? This is not vagina football. So he passes it back. He passes it here. And then Konate doesn't have another man because, again, guys, Arne Slot football is Slot in our own half. We have to play in our own half. So there's no one in our own half. Konate makes a sloppy pass. Victor Osimhen gets in on goal, and Allison makes a save, but he hurts himself. But listen, that's not on Konate. That's on the whole team because we failed to play slot ball. We decided to venture out of our half, which was a mistake. right? This is the antithesis of slot ball. We cannot leave our half. And because we did, we put Konate in a position to fail. And because we put Konate in a position to fail, Allison gets hurt. So I'm not blaming Konate, because what were we doing? Why on earth were we possibly attacking? This isn't slot ball. Slot ball is slow. Slot ball is here. It's 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 just a never-ending fucking trapezoid of nothingness. And because we decided to venture, Allison gets hurt. The big problem right now is this space, what we'll call the center of the vagina. If this is pussy football in the shape of a vagina, the big problem is that we have this giant gaping hole, right? And everyone's sitting here and everyone's thinking to themselves, what's wrong with Liverpool? Why are they playing so bad? Like, how could we lose 1-0 to Galatasaray? How could we lose 2-1 to Crystal Palace? We spent $500 million. This team's supposed to be cooking. Do me a favor. Can you name a single team in the world that can create a goal-scoring opportunity from here with 60 yards of space between the back line and the front line with no one in the middle? Can you? Can you? I will personally give $100 to anyone here who can tell me, all 7 of you, big up to all 7 of you, but I will give $100 to any one of you who can tell me a team that can win a championship with a giant gaping fucking hole in the middle of their offense. You can't, because it's not possible, because it doesn't exist. We have a fluidity problem. We have a complacency problem. We have a lethargy problem. The issue is that whoever has the ball in our half has no options, because everyone here has been specifically told to stay in one position and not to move. Ekitike, you stay there. Don't move. Cody Gakpo, you stay there. Don't move. Florian Wirtz, you stay there. Don't move. Frimpong, stay there. Don't move. Last season, it was Szoboszlai. Also, you're there. Don't move. So we took one from the back half and we put him to the front half. There is no way to attack here. There is no fluidity. There is no triangle. There is no link up. You can blame all the individuals. You can blame not having Trent. These are all fucking bullshit cop-outs. This is such surface level, dumb analysis. It's cope. It's cope. But I got my cope protectors on now. I can't be coped anymore because I got these on. I've got my blinders on. You're not allowed to get in here, you little positive fucking cucks. I'm not going to listen to it. This is our problem right here. The complacency, the lack of triangles, the lack of movement, the lack of anything. And then you're going to ask yourself, well, how does this explain us getting sliced and diced on the counterattack? Great question. Great question. Easy answer. So as we know, the core principle of vagina ball is everyone and everything must remain in our own half. But naturally speaking, of course, one of these guys is going to say, I see some space that I can attack. So he's going to go, right? But because everyone else isn't moving and there's no triangle to make, this guy is going to try to force it to him. And then that's going to get intercepted, which automatically creates a 1, a 2, a 3, v him, who's going to have options because this whole defense, I mean, I'm too lazy to put the whole other team on the fucking screen, but there's 8 other guys who are right here in between these two. So there's 8 dudes here who see that, oh, we just won the ball. Let's all go. And that was basically Crystal Palace. And that was also today, except today it was really more like 3 of them decided to run, or it was just Victor Osimhen. Against Crystal Palace, it was the whole fucking team. The whole team running up against 4 guys. Everyone is going to look like shit against that. Everyone. Every combination of players on the planet. Bro, we could have Gabriel, Saliba, Van Dijk, Konate. We could play all 8 fucking defenders in our own half. We'll still probably concede chances if you're going to play like that. The only success that we had this game was sending the ball long and creating an isolated opportunity on either wing. I mean, when Florian Wirtz made that cross into Connor Bradley, Florian Wirtz was right here. Connor Bradley was right here. Isolated. Finds a channel. Doinks the header wide. Whatever. Cody Gakpo getting in here. Isolated. one-on-one. What's he going to do? The whole world doesn't know. Guess what? It's cut inside. Jeremy Frimpong gets the ball on the wing. What's he going to do? Whole world doesn't know. Cut down to the byline, cross it in, hope that someone's there, no one's home every single time. The only thing that I can see that could fix this team is actually playing football and actually creating triangles and actually being a cohesive unit. More like this. Okay, traditional striker up there at the 9. Copy that. Florian Wirtz. Let's just lay it out like this. This is how I would like to see us fucking play the game of football rather than the bullshit vagina ball that we've been seeing for the first 6 games. We have the ball in our own half. And guess what? The options are actually moving. People are dropping. Oh, he gets the ball. Great. Oh, you come here. Oh, you get the ball. Oh, great. You go there. Oh, you get the ball. Oh, okay. Boom, 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 boom. There's actual patterns of play being created because people off the ball are moving. But right now, it's not. Right now, it's I want 4 guys at the top of the opponent box, and I want 1 guy to dribble past 18 guys. They don't even have 18 players on the pitch, but there's going to be 18 guys. You need to beat all 18 of them to then get the ball so that we can now have an overload. All right, we've made it past our own half. We've R1 dribbled through 6 guys, and now we have a 6-on-4. Great. This is slot ball. This is slot ball. Again, also, this is all just in possession, right? Everything that I'm criticizing right now is sustained possession. When we have the ball, when we're trying to control the game. The one positive I will give about this game is that in transition, we actually look good. When Galatasaray had the ball and they lost it, and we were able to play a 1-2 or a quick succession of 2 or 3 passes, we actually looked like we were dangerous. We were getting into dangerous positions, and most of those came in the first half. Unfortunately, when you play this slow, lethargic vagina ball, you don't get those transition periods. When you hold the ball for the sake of holding the ball and you keep the game slow and you keep it lethargic, you don't get the opportunity to get a transition because you're not giving the opponent the opportunity to get the ball. You're basically creating a double-edged sword. You're trying to control the game, which means that the other team can't create opportunities. That's great. And if it works, awesome. But the second edge is that I'm the one who's controlling the game. So if I make a mistake, it's getting capitalized on. And they're sitting back and they're waiting for me to do it. And now I'm not allowed to react to it because I'm playing slow, controlled football, and I'm not ready for this super high-paced transition to attack me. The double-edged sword is that by removing transition from your game, offensively, you're also removing it defensively. If everyone's so used to moving at 2 miles an hour, the second I give up the ball and the game goes to 30, everyone's going to be caught off guard. One of the big things that we did last season in the first half of the season that I gave Arne Slot credit for was whenever we lost the ball, everyone was coming back and every single counterattack was man for man. So if it was 4 guys attacking us, there was 4 guys defending, if not maybe 5, 6. This year, it's if I lose the ball and I get counterattacked, it's 5 guys attacking and it's 3 guys defending. And then it's Allison having to fucking come up, pull a save out of his ass and yell at everybody else like he's crazy. Like, yo, bro, this just happened 5 fucking minutes ago. You blind? It could not be more obvious that the issue right now is the way that we're playing. It's not that Florian Wirtz has a 008. I mean, listen, the guy isn't doing well and he's not doing himself any favors. And if he had simply fucking scored the 1-on-1 against Crystal Palace, this narrative could end. But he's being put in a position to fail. Like, let's just look at where Florian has been asked to play. Florian has been asked to play here. Does this look like a position where a 10 can be creative? No. Florian has been asked to play here. Does this look like a position that a 10 can be creative? No. At some points today, Florian was asked to pick up the ball here. Tell me, 105, 115 million pounds aside, is there a player on the planet in the year of our Lord 2025 that can create an opportunity from here? No. It's all ass backwards. If you want to say that it's fluidity and it's growing pains, whatever. Is Florian Wirtz getting bullied off the ball in the Premier League? Yeah. Is he being a little bit too slow? 100%. But at the same time, we need to ask ourselves, why is Florian Wirtz being slow? If Florian Wirtz gets the ball here, right? This is the position that he picks up the ball, and Florian is not able to create something, right? You're going to look at him, you're going to say, "Oh, Florian, you're shit. You just got the ball there. You're garbage." But let me ask you this. If Florian gets the ball here and his options are here, 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 and here, right? And you know what? Let's just put some defenders here. Let's just say there's a guy there, there's a guy there, there's a guy there, there's a guy there. Oh, hold on. Can't forget about the midfielders. 1, 2, 3. This is basically what Florian Wirtz is being asked to do. Florian Wirtz is being asked to, like a magician, take the ball here and somehow get the ball here. That's it. How the fuck am I supposed to criticize that? How am I supposed to call him a flop? How am I supposed to say, "Oh, bro, you're shit"? Like, yes, there are moments where he's getting bullied, but he's getting bullied because he doesn't have a fucking option. He's a player who wants to go forward. He's a creative outlet. What is his instinct? Go towards the goal. Okay, copy that. We've come to this conclusion. He wants to go forward. Obviously, if he doesn't have an option going forward, he's going to make a mistake because he's going to try to do more than he should, and he's going to lose the ball, and then they're going to get a counterattack, or he's going to pass it back. And of course, passes back, they don't show up on they don't show up on SofaScore. They don't show up on whatever fucking data aggregator that you decide to watch. It doesn't work. I'm asking him to fail. And for 115 million pounds, that's egregious. I'm telling him I'm not gonna play to your strengths. I'm gonna make sure that you have the most difficult time that you possibly have, because I want to play pussy ball. I want to play vagina ball. I want to fucking diddle my fucking thumbs back here for 55 minutes of the fucking game. And then I want to have the audacity to go into my post-game presser and say the words, "The ball was barely in play in the second half." That's a real fucking quote from Arne Slot today. After the game, asked about the second half and how we performed, he said, "The ball was barely in play, so we were barely able to play." Brother, what the fuck are you watching? Dead ass. You know what? Let's go a step further. Let's look at SofaScore. What the fuck are they watching? This is why I don't trust anyone who points to stats and metrics. 1.7 XG? Where? Where in this game was there 1.7 XG? Where? I can think of maybe 2. Connor Bradley missing it wide, not a striker. Not always going to hit the ball on target. And Hugo Ekitike not taking a shot. That's about it. Those are the only 2 moments where I'm like, probably should have gotten a goal there, or at least a shot on target. Outside of that, everything was like a half a chance. Everything was like a half a moment. It was an almost there. And that's kind of what this whole team has been this whole season. It's like almost. We're almost there. We're almost getting there. We almost got it. Just a little bit more time. Give us another week. No. 2 more weeks. No. 3 more weeks. 4 more weeks, 5 more weeks. Next thing you know, it's going to be fucking December. Arsenal going to be 10 points ahead, and everyone's going to be sitting there saying, "We need more time, right? We need more time." This is total garbage. 2 big chances, but 1.7 XG? The fuck are you smoking? How did they have 1.3 XG? There's like 4 different opportunities that they had outside of the penalty that probably should have been a goal. They probably should have scored 4. So right off the bat, XG, complete garbage. And then the rest of these, who gives a shit? 528 passes? Yeah. 527 of them were here. What good is that stat? We had 90% pass accuracy. Damn, bro. This is a fucking tough pass to make. You know what I mean? Like, this is difficult. This is difficult. 90% doing this? Shit. We're fucking cooking. Boom, boom, boom. This is the only triangle that we make the whole game. Van Dijk to Konate to Gravenberch to Konate to Sabo to Konate to Mamardashvili to Kirkez to Van Dijk, to Gravenberch, to Konate. That's basically the whole game. That's the 91% of the passing accuracy. That's why it looks so flattering. That's why SofaScore is fucking garbage. That's why it means nothing. I have eyes, but I've had to put on sunglasses because I've had to protect myself from the bullshit being spewed by everyone in this fucking fan base about this fucking team. I'm over it. There's nothing to be positive about here. We're playing anti-football. We're playing garbage football. We're nullifying ourselves. We're shooting ourselves in the own fucking foot. And then people point to stats after the fact to try to flatter us as if I'm fucking blind and stupid and I don't have eyes and I didn't watch the fucking game that you watched. It doesn't make any sense. It's complete bullshit. Procrastination ball, you got it. You got it. Except it's not just that. It's pussy ball. It's bitch made ball. It's bitch ball. It's vagina ball. It's if Mamadashvili has the ball, we can't get scored on. Because here's the genius kicker. I can just kick it out of play. Didn't work against Crystal Palace, though, because they could just throw it in from here, go boing, 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 goal. So, yeah, it's soy boy, beta cuck, bitch made football at the moment from Arne Slot. And I don't understand what he's trying to do. Like, that's the thing. If we had lost today 1-0, but I had seen us get better and I had seen us develop and create opportunities, and if their goalkeeper just had a worldly of a day and it was just one of those things where we couldn't find the back of the net, we hit the post 4 times, we were destroying them, I probably wouldn't have even felt the need to make a stream because I would have been like, you know what, we're going to be fine. It was 1,000 times better of a performance against Crystal Palace, and it just didn't go our way. And that's kind of how I felt a little bit in the first half. Like we were just unlucky to give away that penalty. Allison had to make the one-on-one save, but we were getting into dangerous positions. But then the second 45 minutes just took all that positivity and it just fucking punted it. Let me ask you something. If I can see what we're going to do from 6,000 miles away, do you think that the guy who's getting paid 50,000 pounds a week can't? If I know that Mohamed Salah is going to pass the ball to Dominic Szoboszlai, who's then going to pass the ball to Ibrahima Konate from 6,000 miles away as an ignorant American, do you not think that they can't see that? Do you not think that the guy getting paid a yearly wage more than anyone on YouTube fucking makes in a week can't see that? This is the issue that I have. It's like you're ignoring the reality in front of you because you want to cope for the fact that so far this season we've spent 500 million pounds to lose 2 games to 2 sides that have no fucking business beating us. Galatasaray are a Turkish fucking football club. They play in Turkey. And we lost to them. And it should have been worse than 1-0. A Turkish fucking team. A team that's bro, their fans have to whistle the whole time just to try to distract us. Watching this game was like watching a fucking Beatles concert. I couldn't hear shit because everyone's just whistling. That's who I lost to. This is the level of football that I lost to. A level that think that their fans think that if they whistle, they can win. And you know what? Today, fair play to them because they whistled all fucking game and they won. So you know what? Maybe I'm the one on crack. Maybe I'm the one that just doesn't fucking know. But Crystal Palace, it isn't the same story because we should have been down 4-0 in the first half. And in the second half, yeah, sure, we got better. We created opportunities. But by no means should we have won that game, and we deserve to lose. I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying, Vigo. What was the plan? Like, how did you convince Isak and Wirtz to join this football club? Is this really is this the pitch that was given? Vagina ball 4.0. Florian Wirtz, you are the key. You're going to get the ball here. You're going to R1 dribble through everyone, and you're going to score 8 goals a game. Doesn't make any sense to me. Alexander Isak, I'm spending 150 million pounds on you to sit here and get 12 touches in 100 minutes of football. I don't think that that's what we told him. And then my bigger problem is the section of this fan base like this. the kind of people that are going to go out there and they're going to try to tell you that, what do you know? What do you know about football tactics? You're just an American. You're just some dude in fucking California. Who are you to talk about Arne Slot football? Who are you to talk about football tactics? Who are you to pull up a tactics board? You're just a guy. You don't get paid $5 million a year. Really? You're right. I get paid nothing to perfectly break down the vagina bitch-made fucking pussy ball that we play. You're the idiot for thinking that Arne Slot is untouchable. It's these kind of analyses that blow my mind. Wirtz has unsettled the style of play Liverpool have relied on for years. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Liverpool won a Champions League and 2 Premier Leagues, spending 90% of the game here. My bad. You're right. Jurgen Klopp football was Mamardashvili to Virgil van Dijk to Ibrahima Konate to Mamardashvili over and over and over. We didn't bomb our fullbacks forward and create opportunities on transition play. No, that's bullshit. We spent all the time right here. Florian Wirtz hasn't unsettled shit. So, first mistake that this guy made. Trent's creativity has gone missing. Bro, what do you expect Trent to do? All right, you know what? Let's add Trent to vagina ball. All right. Konate, Mamardashvili, Virgil, Konate, Trent. Wait for it. Hero ball. Yeah. That's 100% what I'm missing. You're right. This 90-yard diagonal to be played 35 times a game. That's the key. That's what's unsettling this team. You're right. It's half. I mean, listen, it is half true. The one part about missing Trent is that I lose the one guy in my back line who's going to say, fuck that, and just launch it forward. So yes, I'm losing a little bit of his creativity, but I don't think that that's what this guy is saying. I think this guy is just coping. The responsibility has been shifted onto Wirtz. Wirtz doesn't have a responsibility right now. Wirtz's responsibility is to be the 5th man in the fucking gangbang in front of our goal. That's his responsibility. Wirtz's job is to come back here and help jerk everyone else off while the rest of the while the rest of the players are just chilling up here. That's Wirtz's job. Wirtz's job to be the 5th man in the gangbang. So you're right. He's losing the ball too often and looks uncomfortable under pressure. Well, let's see why he's losing. Shut the fuck up, Will. Let's see why he's losing the ball. Well, when Wirtz picks the ball up here, being a guy who wants to go forward, he doesn't have any options because Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Tweedle fuckstick, Tweedle fuckhead, and Tweedle fucker are all standing perfectly still, not doing jack shit, presenting him no options to go forward. Therefore, he's either going to try to beat his man on the dribble, which he has been trying to do and failing, or he's going to go back. But of course, we're not going to look at his passing accuracy going back. But you're not allowed to say this because you don't work for the club. You're not anyone to criticize Arne Slot. So while I do agree with you, I also have to put you down and make you remember that you're not Slot. And it's that simple. Your opinion doesn't matter, essentially, is what everyone else is telling you. But again, let's go back into this superb analysis by this guy. Konate has been chaotic, and that forces the fullbacks to defend more than attack. Okay. Why has Konate been chaotic? Pretty fucking simple. Konate gets the ball, but Konate knows he's not allowed to go forward. The ball has to remain in our half, so he has to pass back. That's number one. Number two, Konate gets the ball, and Florian Wirtz has already dropped all the way back behind off the pitch. Florian Wirtz is now off the pitch looking to collect the ball, but Konate's like, I can't pass it all the way back there. It's going to go out for a corner. Number three, there's no one around Konate to receive the ball. Also, why the fuck is Konate getting so much of the ball? That's the question that you should be asking yourself. It's not the bozo moment that Konate has. It's, why the fuck does Konate have the ball? I have Florian Wirtz, Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexander Isak, Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, Jeremy Frimpong. What the fuck does Konate have 55 touches in a fucking game? Explain to me. Why? That's why he has bozo moments. Because he's not that guy. And because we're not putting him in a position to not have bozo moments. We're basically asking him to shit on himself. And he's doing a great job. Konate could cover Trent while Trent was created in that dynamic, helped Liverpool, blah, 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 bunch of bullshit. Gravenberch being allowed to push forward from the number 6 role leaves no protection in front of a defense that already feels shaky. Another stupid fucking analysis. Ryan Gravenberch is the only guy in this team that deserves praise because he's the only dude who actually possesses the ability to turn on the ball and beat his defender. He's the only one who possesses the ability to create an opportunity for himself in the midfield and drive. Where Ryan Gravenberch fails is that Ryan Gravenberch is forced to do that because no one is presenting an option for him to go forward. At this point, this is how I want to play. And again, I'm just some random dude in California. But to me, this is how Liverpool need to play football. I need 5 options everywhere I go. Because right now, we've proved that we cannot have more than 10 yards of space in between whoever has the ball and whoever the ball needs to go to. Isak basically needs to be a false 9. Mohamed Salah needs to be here. Cody Gakpo needs to be here. We need to create what's known as a tight vagina. And then maybe we could play some football. Maybe we could create some triangles. Maybe we could figure out how to get into the opposing half. Now, this, of course, is only from possession. This is just about sustained possession. Realistically, what I would expect Arne Slot to do is stop with the nonsense back here, go more direct, and if it doesn't work, let the opposition have the ball. Let them create a little bit. Let them get into an area to create an opportunity for us to do what they do to us, for them to make a mistake, and for us to hit them on the counter. Right now, we are not a possession-based football team. We do not possess the players to play possession-based football. We do not possess the manager to play possession-based football. Jurgen Klopp tried to do the same thing. Towards the end of his tenure, that whole season, Jurgen worked away from the fundamentals that made him Jurgen, and he tried to play possession ball, and we failed. And we had the same exact counters happen to us, and we're seeing it again because these guys are just not built for possession style ball. So I'm not going to blame Ryan Gravenberch and say, hey, him pushing up is leaving the defense isolated. No, him pushing up is the only motherfucker in this whole team who's willing to actually do something. The wingers are not producing at the level we are used to seeing from Liverpool. Salah and Mane at their peaks at a ridiculous standard. And even last season, Diaz and Salah were enough to carry the threat. Again, just another disingenuous, surface-level, bullshit-ass analysis. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, they looked good because we actually fucking played on the transition, because we actually gave the other team the opportunity to fucking attack us because we weren't bitch-made pussies passing the ball back all fucking game. The problem with this ball is that you take away them making a mistake. Playing like this, which is how we play. Like, this is it. Make no mistake. We play a 4-2-4. Four dudes sit up here jerking off by themselves, standing still. 5 dudes sit here in a tight vagina formation, and they pass the ball between each other. That is Liverpool Football Club at the moment. And then where we go wrong is someone tries to make a hero pass, and then they intercept it, and then we get countered. That is Liverpool. Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, we didn't play that way. We were here. Firmino was here half the fucking time. Salah was going this way. Mane was going this way. We got the ball, and what did we do? We went forward. And if it didn't work, it didn't work. And guess what happens if it doesn't work from here? Guess what happens if Tweedledee plays to Tweedlefuck and it gets intercepted? Well, look at that. I got the whole vagina formation just ready for the attack to come right at him. And that's why we looked good, because we weren't afraid to go forward. And we knew that if we went forward, we had people back here, because we're not trying to play possession ball. Like, when Liverpool do find themselves in some success, and all of a sudden we're actually able to break through, this is what it looks like. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, boom, boom. This is kind of like what it is. And albeit everyone here is staying dead still. Like, these guys don't move. Whoever is at the top of the box is stone-footed. They've been told not to move. Stay there. The reason why we get absolutely shelled is because we want to go forward, but we also want to go backwards. And we want to just like slowly articulate. Like, can I put a line? Can I put a line? This fucking stupid thing works. How the fuck do I draw a line? All right. I can't figure out how to draw a line. Regardless, when we're finally able to slowly articulate the ball up the field, which is what we are slow articulators. When we're able to get into the opposition half, now we find ourselves here. The front four stay perfectly stone-footed, and whoever's here is isolated, and he only has 2 options, or 3 options. I can try to play one over the top. I can try to go to either one of my wings, but there's always going to be a defender in between, or I can go back. No matter what, if I lose the ball here, 1, 2, 3, all of a sudden it's a counter. And if one of these guys is out of position, or if one of these guys is slower than whoever's coming at them, who already has the benefit of the fact that you're flat-footed, which means that you now have to turn and match my speed, you're going to beat me. I mean, it's a miracle that we've only conceded 3 goals in the last 2 games. But this is the problem with slot ball. It's that he's trying to play possession football in their half. Like, you take everything that we do back here in the passing around, like we take this circle jerk and we just move it here. So like I'm doing the same bullshit, but I'm just doing it in a more dangerous exposing position. That's it. That's the only difference in the way that we play. And the only time we ever look good is when it's either a boom, ping, and all of a sudden the ball's already there, or they make a mistake driving up. They leave themselves on the back foot, and I'm able to counter them. That's it. That's it. I mean, you could look at Bournemouth and you can say, well, what about that goal? And I would say, well, that's like the 90th minute against the team that has no more legs anymore, and we are just pressing the shit out of them trying to get a goal. And, you know, in those positions, a lot of the times, like, we do well. But I'm tired of putting ourselves at that point. That doesn't make, like, it doesn't have to be like that. My issue for the upcoming weekend against Chelsea is that Arne Slot, who's already clearly proven that he hasn't learned a single fucking thing in the first 10 games, is going to play the exact same way. We're going to have 4 guys up here jerking each other off. And maybe you got Salah jerking off Gusto here, and you got Florian Wirtz doing whatever with this guy over here, and then you got Badiashile and Isak having a whole conversation, and these guys they're making out. Meanwhile, we're just going boing, 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 boing the whole fucking time. And then we're going to do what we did today. This is going to bore the opponent. We're going to get in a position here. We're going to lose the ball. And then Chelsea, who actually have pace, they're going to be able to get in behind. They're going to get the one-on-ones. And it's probably not even going to be against Alisson. It's probably going to be against Mamardashvili. And credit to Mamardashvili, but you're not Alisson. You're not making 5 one-on-one saves in succession in 15 minutes. It's not happening. And if Chelsea score the first goal, oh my God. The panic that is going to set in on these fucking players. The panic that should have already set in on them. At a certain point, I'm going to start looking at the players and saying, you guys, you cannot be content with this. You cannot allow this to happen anymore. You cannot play this kind of football. You cannot agree with him. One of you is going to have to just say, fuck this. We're going direct. Virgil's just going to have to say, every time I get the ball, I'm going long. He's going to have a one-on-one with his fellow Dutchman, Cody. He's going to say, listen, I'm not doing this. I'm kicking it to you long. Like, the problems that we have, they're not major. They're just tactical. Yeah, vagina ball. That's what we play. Look, this is our formation. You'll see. Ready? This is how we play football. It's called a half moon crescent, otherwise known as a waxing gibbous, otherwise known as vagina. You've got one lip, you've got two lip, and you've got the whole gaping hole in the middle, like a hot dog down a hallway. And we're supposed to sit here and we're supposed to expect that these players should magically be able to get by the entire defense without any movement off the ball. This might as well be how we play. We might as well just put everyone in an offside position while playing in possession. And let's just go down the byline. Let's play them all on side, and then boom, we'll I mean, I'm just kind of waffling here now at this point because I'm just tired of looking at this stupid fucking board because I'm tired of thinking about the way that we fucking played today. But every problem at Liverpool at the current moment is tactically based. It is all about tactics. Everyone who looks bad because of the way that we move the ball. Every time we concede an opportunity because of the way that we move the ball. Everything is self-inflicted. We're not playing to our strength, which is pace. And by pace, I mean pace of the ball, pace of the game. If we move it with more intent, we will find better opportunities. But right now, the intention is to draw a fucking triangle or diamond or whatever you want to call it in our own half. And then everyone wants to sit here and they want to praise this guy. They want to praise him because we won a Premier League last season. How could I possibly turn on him? How could I possibly call out my Flying Dutchman? How could I have a negative word to say about my maestro that won me a Premier League without his own players in his first season? Well, riddle me this. I gave you 5 new players and $500 million, and in the first 10 games, you have played the worst football that I have seen in the last 3 years. What are the variables that changed? I gave you money, and I gave you players. This is the result. Now, to all you guys out there, I removed myself. See, rookie mistake. You need to keep your blinders on, all right? You need to avoid the cope. Avoid all these people that are going to sit here and try to whisper these bullshit narratives into your ear like, hey, bro, we've won 1 and we lost 1. We still have 18 points to play for in the Champions League. They're going to say, we still have 15 out of 18 points in the Prem. We're still 2 points at the top of the league. This is the cope. This is the Kool-Aid. This is the Jonestown Massacre. Don't buy it. Don't feed into it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Call them out. Say, hey, you're a fucking moron. Shut up. Simple. That's how you avoid these positive pussies who want to sit here and think about the past rather than analyzing what they saw today. It's not time to hit the panic button, Vigo. It's not time to hit the panic button. But it is time to wake the fuck up and start calling it for what it is. Garbage football. That's what it is. It's self-inflicted wounds. It's terrible ball. It's anti-football. Mikel Arteta actually changed his tactics against Newcastle. He was cooking. He actually played offensive players. He was slicing and dicing Newcastle. They played against Newcastle 1,000 times better than we played against Newcastle when Newcastle had 10 fucking men. Mikel Arteta, haram ball, terrorism ball. He changed. And if he continues to do that every week, I'm going to start to get scared because I'm going to see that he finally fucking woke up. Meanwhile, my manager is doing the same thing week in, week out, playing vagina ball, playing keep away, putting ourselves into bad positions, and dropping points. I mean, we had a razor thin margin between being top of the league and being next to Manchester United. Razor thin. It's a culmination of like 16 minutes. Like that 16 minutes of football out of all of the minutes of football in those first 7 games was the deciding factor between us winning everything and winning 2 and drawing the rest. If not, maybe even losing. So yeah, toxic positivity. Bennett, put your glasses on. It's time to wake up. No more looking at last year. No more looking at the Premier League champions. No more this. No more these fucking excuses. No more this time. None of that. The time is now. If I don't see a change against Chelsea, we're gonna dig ourselves a deeper hole. You can say, "Oh, it's only the first 5% of the season," and the only positive is that we're only 5% of the way through the season. That's it. The only positive through the last 4 weeks of football is that I'm at the beginning. That's it. That is the only positive in terms of football, not in terms of results. Obviously, the results incredible. I'm 15 out of 18, love it, but not sustainable. Footballing wise, the only positive is that it's this early. And I'm not seeing it change. And the longer I don't see it change, the more angry I'm going to get. I was called negative on Hussam's show on Friday, gaslit for 50 minutes into being overly negative because we make mistakes. And then look at the last 2 games. It's not like the writing wasn't on the fucking wall. Even last season, bro. You know what? Over these fucking agendas. Let's take a look at last year's fixtures. Here we go. All right. United 2-2. Terrible fucking game. We were in the lead of the league. Tottenham, we all know how that ended up. Nottingham Forest away. Thank you, Diogo Jota. Rest in peace. Brentford, solid win. Lille, solid win. Lost to PSV, but hey, it was a rotation squad. Smashed Ipswich Town, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Terrible performance. Terrible performance. Good performance. Solid win. Terrible performance. Like awful. But also, we had a significant point lead. So, significant point lead, horrendous performance. Significant point lead, horrendous performance. Don't remember too much about the Wolves game. Fantastic performance. Good performance. Terrible, but got the win. Pretty good. Got the win. Good. Got the loss. Worst football I've fucking seen in my life. Good win. Bad football. Terrible game. But didn't really matter because we had such a significant lead and Arsenal were dropping points. Terrible game. Good win. Terrible game. Good win. Trent Alexander-Arnold. This is the moment that we actually had the ability to win the Premier League. So all the players actually showed up and it was Tottenham. Smashed them. Drunk. I'm supposed to look at that second half of the season and say, powerhouse. No. So that's my issue with all these people saying that it's just the first 10 games. It's not just the first 10 games. If Arsenal didn't drop so many points and could pull their own head out of their fucking ass last season, maybe it would have been a race because we gave them every opportunity to make it a race, but they didn't. But we put ourselves in that position because we played great football in the first half of the season. And then in the second half of the season, slop ball started to come out and I fucking hated it. And now we're getting slop ball today. This is the result. A bunch of wins that we barely squeaked by, and 2 losses to 2 teams that have no fucking business beating us. So looking forward against Chelsea, the only positive that we have is that Chelsea have had a man sent off in the last 4 games, all competitions. Hopefully we can make it 5. If we can make it 5, we might have a chance. But my prediction is that this is what's going to happen. Vagina ball, terrible, possession style, keep away in our own half. We're going to make a mistake here. We're going to concede possession. Chelsea are going to score on the break, and we'll probably pull one back, and it'll probably be a draw, 1-1. If we set up with vagina ball, if we actually figure it the fuck out, and I don't know, create triangles and be more compact and actually present options to the guy who has the ball, maybe we can actually start dominating games. Maybe we can start unlocking total football. But the key to total football, the key to PSG football, because people keep calling this PSG light. So let's just buy into this bullshit narrative. Let's assume that Arne Slot is trying to replicate PSG. Well, if you watch PSG play, the key to PSG is that they play compact in possession. Perhaps one of these guys decides to go for a run, and perhaps that starts unlocking. But the majority of the time, everyone's pretty close to each other. Everyone has an option. Everyone can build a triangle. And as we all know, triangles are the key to football. It should have you worried. Should have you worried because we're kind of cheeks. Arne Slot's kind of cheeks. Arne Slot's kind of lost the plot. You know, vagina ball's not it. He wants to play total football. Oh, of course you're fucking tuning in late. Fucking peer pressure me into going live, and I'm 57 minutes in, and I've already gone on all of my rants. I can't go back. But here, I'll give you. I'm going to sum it up for you in 30 seconds. Ready? Welcome to Liverpool 2025. We call it double-lipped vagina ball. Lip 1, lip 2, gaping hole hot dog down a hallway. We lose the ball here, we're gonna get fucked. Florian Wirtz has the ball. Oh, guys, Florian, shit. He lost the ball. But, you know, he could only go backwards. And Arne Slot does want to go backwards. So, you know, maybe Florian isn't that bad. Because ultimately, the key to vagina ball is to keep the ball here. If we keep the ball here, we can't get scored on because they don't have the ball. I do have a filthy mouth, but I'm tired of this shit. I'm just going to talk the way I want to fucking talk, Vigo. I don't care. I'm not fucking monetized. I don't give a shit. You can't super chat here. It's just vagina ball, bro. I mean, Florian Wirtz was dropping here. It's the 86th minute. We're trying to go forward. And Florian Wirtz is here to pick up the ball. Like, if that doesn't scream tactics, what the fuck does? And you want to know what people's fucking excuse is going to be? But they were defensively solid. Okay, well, what about the 86 other fucking minutes we had to figure it out? What about that? We're just going to forget that? We're just going to say, fuck. They were holding up a mid-block. We couldn't break through. Well, why couldn't we break through? Because we're trying to play it on the fucking floor, and we can't. You can't build a triangle when there's 30 yards of space in between you and the next guy. I've spent 90% of my time watching Liverpool this season, which has been a fucking chore. And I don't even want to watch the game against Chelsea because I'm going to be in Las Vegas for UFC 320. But the biggest problem is that we're not compact. Like, if you want to play possession ball, then play compact football, which I don't really think suits us. But if you're going to do it, at least do it right. If you're going to try to play total football, at least try to do it right. But To me, it's 320, not 420. But to me, like I can't blame McAllister. Yes, some of these guys, they're making elementary mistakes, but I feel that they're making these elementary mistakes because no one is there to present an option. Like McAllister will turn it over because there's no one near him. There's no one near him that's in front of him, and he wants to go forward. Florian Wirtz will turn it over because there's nowhere near him that's forward. He wants to go forward. Alexander Isak isn't getting a touch because there's no one to drop, right? So if I'm Alexander Isak, this is my left wing, and this is my right wing, and this is my cam, and they all stay perfectly still, how am I supposed to get Isak the ball? Wirtz has to drop, boom, right? Run, boom, run, boom, drop, boom. Like this is simple football. This is simple triangles. Like this is elementary shit. And to all the people out there who are saying, why are you on a tactics board? Like, how do you know more than Slot? I'm on a tactics board because clearly Slot doesn't know more than Slot. Slot doesn't know more than me because he doesn't understand basic fucking football right now. We did not try to change a single thing. Don't tell me how to do my job. All right? Don't tell me how to do my job. Listen, come to the right place. What do I think we're going to do against Chelsea? I'll tell you. I'll tell you, big guy. I call it Vagina Ball 5.0. The revelation of the Arne Slot system. We can't possibly succeed if we have everyone. Oh, forgot you. If everyone's in our own half and the ball never leaves our half, we can't concede. That's exactly what's going to happen. More than likely, we're going to set up the exact same way. In fact, I'm going to predict to you exactly how we're going to kick off. If we kick off, this is exactly what's going to happen. Virgil, full send, out of play, Chelsea throwing. It's exactly what's going to happen. If we start with the ball, that is exactly what's going to happen. More than likely, you're going to see the same exact thing that you saw against Crystal Palace. You're going to see the same exact thing that you saw against Galatasaray. You're just not going to see Alisson in goal to save us on one-on-ones. Now, the only redeeming factor is that Chelsea are a bunch of indisciplined fucks, and there's a high percentage that one of them will get sent off. Outside of that, I don't see Arne Slot learning his lesson, especially after his comments in the past two press conferences. Basically, like avoiding all accountability and just pointing fingers. Oh, the ball was barely in play. We got to worry about set pieces. Bullshit. I didn't spend £500 million to watch my team struggle to fucking get shots on net. Garbage. It's on a tight leash for me. Tight leash right now. I would be more confident if I saw Arne Slot in those post-game press conferences just come out and say it wasn't good enough. Just come out and say we gotta rethink things. Things aren't working. Guys aren't dropping into space. We're finding it difficult to build up. If he was providing constructive analysis rather than blaming the ball being out of play and blaming set pieces and blaming extra time, maybe. But to me, my big wake up moment was Southampton. Griggs, you fucking give it up. Oh, you give it up. All right, you give it up. You're miserable. You're miserable as a United fan, but you can find some joy in crashing out on me, which I have to allow it. 008, probably 009, probably 0010. So I am going to give it up. I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to defend Florian fucking squirts, Florian flirts, Florian loser, Florian moron, Florian idiot. I almost said something there that would have been really bad, but I'm not defending him. I'm not defending Alexander no touch. I'm not defending Hugo Wembanyama. I'm not defending Milos Idiot. I'm not defending Kai Frimpong. I will defend Ryan Gravenberch because he's cold. But outside of him, I'm not defending any of these players. And I'm sure as shit not defending Slot. In fact, I'm attacking Slot because Slot has become arrogant. Slot has become ignorant. And if your response to that is like, you can't say that, he won a Premier League, go fuck yourself. This is, you have finally understood, Hugo Ekitike, you have finally understood vagina ball. Thank you. You get vagina ball. You understand the core principle of vagina ball. Vagina ball's core principle, the foundational pillar of vagina ball, is Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk must have the most touches in the game combined. The second most touches must be whoever's in goal. The third most touches must be whoever our fullbacks are, and all of these need to be in our own half. That's how you control a game. Make no mistake about it. The way that you control a game is to spend 90% of your time and 590 of your 593 passes in your own half. That's how you do it. I mean, Virgil van Dijk basically is my cam at this point. You know, he's got to see the ball the most. And, you know, above all else, you have to make sure there's at least 90 yards of space in between our back line and our front line. You know, because if you put players in here, it gets complicated, and then guys want to go forward. No. We got to go backwards. We got to go towards our goal. We can't make triangles. We can't play compact. Ibu, and Virgil van Dijk are our two most creative players at the current moment. They see most of the ball. They get most of the possession. They are what our attack goes through. It's that simple. But anyway, it's probably what's going to happen. Vagina ball. Boring game. Chelsea will probably be toothless, and maybe we'll scam a win. Listen, there's nothing more that I want than for us to show up to Stamford Bridge, for us to play vagina ball, for us to play haram ball, for us to look like shit, and for us to win in the last minute. That'd be amazing. Be absolutely amazing. Why? Because it would just prove everyone who's been calling him out right. It's not sustainable. It's garbage. It's a fluke. I would be more happy with a 1-1 draw, seeing a significant way in the way that we play and seeing significant improvement than to watch what I just saw today. Same exact thing, but flip the scoreline. If Konate's penalty was awarded and Osimhen's penalty wasn't, if that's the result against Chelsea, I don't want it. Because at this moment in time, what good is a 2-point lead in the Premier League? It's not good. Like, it doesn't fucking mean anything. There's 30-something odd games left. Who cares about the league table right now? This is supposed to be the moment where I'm setting up my football for the whole season. And right now, I've got 250 million pounds in attacking players who have no fucking idea what they're doing. So yeah, sure. Scamming a win at Chelsea and getting those 3 points, yeah, it means a lot. But it doesn't lead to anything. It just brings me back to square one of I'm fucked, and hopefully I can scam this today. So if I see us completely change and I see vast improvement in terms of the style of play and we don't get the result, I'm not going to be mad. And I'll sit here. I'll even go live. I'll say, I loved it. I love what I saw. I'm happy. I see us going forward. But if I scam a win, it sucks. TJ, shut the fuck up. Don't you have Rush to play? You're also never live. I haven't been live in over a year, and I have half your viewing in my first stream with no promotion. Hold that. I didn't even schedule this. I just clicked live. I just sat in the background for like 10 seconds, and then I popped in. I don't even have, like, look at my background. My background is a black screen. Hold that. You give it up. But anyway, big up TJ. I'll probably get on FIFA after this because I need to drown my sorrows in something. I swear to God, if Liverpool lose against Galatasaray and I also don't get a perfect run in the gauntlet, I'm going to crash the fuck out. I'm doing what none of you do, and I'm spitting. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we don't see Vagina Bowl, but we probably will. Verts will probably have another goalless, assistless game. I bet you Virgil van Dijk. You know what? I kind of want to see. Can I find this out? Can I see who has the most touches? Like, is there a way to sort by touches? Stats. I want to see. Do I have to fucking click on it? Where's touches? All right, touches, 106. Here we go. Ready? If you want a bigger fucking window, you mean I'm waffling? Get the fuck out of here. You tuned in at 55 minutes into the stream. Enough. The definition of vagina ball proven to you right now. Here we go. Touches. Virgil van Dijk, 106. Allison, my goalkeeper, 24. Didn't even play half the game. Konate, 84. Dominic Szoboszlai, 80. Milos Kerkez, 60. Now let's look at Hugo Ekitike. 29. 36. 57. 22. 22 touches from my fucking left wing. 29 touches from my striker. 36 touches from my right wing. So you're telling me that my back line has more than double than my entire front line combined. Curtis Jones, 86. Well, he's basically playing center back all game. Ryan Gravenbeck, 52. How do I look at the subs? Bro, this is why I fucking hate this thing. Isak, here we go. The 150 million pound man had 4 touches. Solid. 28 minutes played. 4 fucking touches. Solid. Mohamed Salah, 28 minutes played. 19 touches. Solid. You know, this whole total football and getting the attackers the ball, it's really working. You know? See, this is what I'm saying. Bro, these people are fucking blind. They don't know how to watch football. They have no idea what they're fucking talking about. And I'm just so over hearing all the bullshit on YouTube being discussed about this team. Everyone who's speaking is a fucking moron, respectfully. Respectfully, what the fuck are you talking about? This, I need to fucking figure out how to draw something on this fucking screen. What fucking button do I have to click? Draw a line. There we go. Does this work? I don't care. This is Liverpool Football Club. Right here. This is where we play 90% of our game. Right here. Some guys get to drop in. Some of these guys get to come from out here. They get to drop in here. They get to drop in here. And they get to be a part of the game. You know, like Curtis Jones, he's a center defensive midfielder today. He gets to drop in. He gets some touches. Ryan Gravenberch, you get some touches. Right? But this is where my whole game is being played. Against Crystal Palace, against Burnley, against Galatasaray, not against Everton, but that's because Everton played like a bunch of bitches. Everton showed up with no energy. Everton showed up with no fight, and they gave us all the space that we wanted. So they made it easy for us. Second half, Grealish gets some fucking confidence going. All of a sudden, space ain't there anymore. And their goal was directly off of McAllister giving away the ball because he's trying to get it out of this zone, which you're not allowed to do. You can't leave this zone. This is the key to Arne Slot ball. Like when Arne Slot draws his tactics for the game, like this is what I envision. Like I envision him sitting there in his stupid fucking accent going, Virgil, you'll get the ball. Pasto Konate, Szoboszlai, Mamardashvili, Kirkes, Virgil. Boom, bang, bing, bong, boom, bang, bing, bong. We're going to hypnotize the other team into thinking that we're going to go here. But really, I'm going to go here. Death-defying tactics. Tactical fucking genius right now, I must say. But that's the club at the moment. I mean, again, how many did McAllister have? 31. Well, he's playing a midfielder. I'm not going to say a word when the guy I spent 150 million pounds on gets 4 touches. 4 touches. I spent all that money for 4 touches. 4 touches. You know what? Let's do it again. But this time, can I do Liverpool Palace? I'm willing to bet you right now, Alexander Isak has less than 18. 19 touches. 19 touches in 84 minutes for my fucking striker. How am I supposed to call this guy a waste? How am I supposed to criticize him? Where's Wirtz? Wirtz came on. Why is he not there? $57 touches. I can't even believe that these guys are my players, let alone how bad they're playing. Either way, I'm going to call it there. That's enough ranting for me. We suck right now. Arne Slot's lost the plot. Vagina ball is not in swing. Vagina ball needs changing. Hopefully we see it this weekend. If we don't, we'll be back next week for another crash out. Either way, big up to all you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Remember to keep your shades on, keep your blockers on. I'm not going on a stream anymore without these on. My blockers are staying on. I have to keep all this bullshit positive pussification out of this ironclad mind. I drank the Kool-Aid. I coped. I bantered. I was shameless. I paid the price. I paid the piper. And we're going to move forward realistically. Anyway, big up. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Vagina ball out. Peace. End the fucking stream. Oh. See, I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie. I didn't realize I got to click end the stream, and then I got to click end the stream again. Rookie mistake.